Bottom line being, it all started, as I said, in Europe in November, when I, with an ego the size of Paris, came off the stage as saying, that was it, I think there are 11,000 people, and I came off and there's choreographers, lighting people, but whatever. Then I had to move to another part, to another show. And I noticed a young couple. How old are you?
20.
Yeah, not much older than you. And her husband at the corner of the catwalk. Everybody was leaving, they just sat there and just looking at each other, and I thought, I've never done this before. And you get ages, and I go, move, I go, you guys shut up, just go do whatever it is that you do. I don't know what you get paid for, but you get into that place where there's so many people around you, you're just swamped with people. And I walked down off the stage and sat next to the wife, and there was the wife and the husband, beautiful looking couple, groomed impeccable, Italian perfection. And found out that their family owned salons and schools, so long generation of it. And through an interpreter I asked the wife, so why are you sat here, what do you think of the show? And they whispered each other, and he turned back, he said, we thought you sucked. And I'm going, whoa, I don't know if I'm going to get over that one. Because you think you're so up on these stages that you young'uns go to, and half the time it's crap. You can't see, touch, feel, do anything. But through an interpreter I found out they didn't mean crap in the work. They thought the work was so different, they were annoyed that I'm now going to leave. They had no videos, they had nothing to reference to, and she says, my husband is a fanatical hairdresser, and he's also Sassoon trained, and he saw what you do and know who you are with the Sassoon world and what you've developed, that he wants you to slowly show him how you glide and slide fabric. Well, I can't, because there's trucks waiting, you have to move to the next one. That's when I wanted to shut it down. So I was with a company and I said, I'm shutting it down, I'm closing all contracts, I'm not doing it anymore. And then I got to Jim, who was a creator of Purology, ABBA, Markham, Sebring, and I said, come out of retirement. Because when you built something like Purology, you can't just go away. I mean, that became an empire. I said, come back, but advance technology on 12 years. Take something that was brilliant and make it double brilliant. So he did. And while he was doing it, I said, but I want to go around and meet hairdressers. Like, I want to meet people. I want to talk to people. Well, you can't do that. You've got to go on a world circuit, it's big for business. And I said, my conditions are, I want to, like, we have fun and chatting, but I want to talk to someone. What is going on in the salon world? So I started January 7th. I'm going to get this right. I always get the numbers wrong. 18, 92 salons. You're the 93rd salon I'm in. I have 180 salons before December 7th.
Wow.
But now that someone's booked me for 4 days, it'll probably be 100 plus.
Yeah.
And by the end of it, so I can stand on the stage now and go, in the salon world, this wouldn't work. And have people go, how do you know about the salon world? And I go, dude, shut it down. It's going to bite you in the ass, continue the conversation. Because I've lived for one solid year all over. I will do 87 flights this year. I'm already at 57 flights, and I've gone all over the nation. Then they moved to Canada, and then back worldwide, to Russia, Africa, wherever. But before I do that, I wanted to leave circuiting North America and find out what is it that's been going on. And the answer you're giving me is what everybody's giving me. This is the answer I get.
Nothing.
Yeah. Here we go. So I say you go to Wales. You are going to become this afternoon, for the first time in your life, light panel readers and fabric folders. And meaning fabric folding, you're not going to touch it with your left hand at all. All right. What are you doing, baby?
Oh, I'm right.
Are you right or left-handed?
Right.
Trust me, what I'm doing now, I've spent 37 of my 40-plus year career teaching my girls. Now, are you ready?
Yes.
Now here are your weapons of choice are a 7.5 inch and a 5-inch camber blades.
Okay.
This is your frame blade.
Okay.
This is the interior. So when you do this, this is the cut you and I are going to do together.
Okay.
The cut that's in New York right now in London is called the Jackie O sway ball. It sways with a chisel base, a Jackie O pompadour, and a channel built in. Extremely hard cut. because it's not necessarily balanced, but it's perfect in its journey. And I'm going to show you how to join pendulums together. There's 3 on the head, one left, one right, one at the back. Now if you'd have come to our party Monday night, I couldn't do this. There was too many people.
Right.
So now I'm going to slow it down and I'm going to change how you look at fabric.
Okay.
So I'm going to show you how to join pendulums so your haircut is like the Breck ad. Do you see that? Breck was a shitty ass shampoo. but Ricky Burns, my boss, did a poll on a girl called Layla Arton. She was a famous 60s model. 60s. And what happened in the films in London, she left the salon and someone caught her. And in slow motion she turned around. Remember? And the bulb did this. And went back. The entire world wanted a bulb that could sway. Only one man knew how to cut it. So it disappeared. So what I've done through going through archives in the London Museum of Art, in canisters, I found all the canisters that showed charcoal haircuts in newspapers from the late 30s and 40s. New haircut that you would have never seen before. But you can't touch it. Are you a right or left hand cutter?
Right.
Okay, so as of now, the left hand is just a hold apparatus and not touch fabric.
Okay.
The minute you touch it, at a natural fall, you're like everybody else. The right hand is the glide and slide.
Okay.
All right, so you're going to hold my products. Don't hold the scissors because you'll probably cut yourself. All right, so are you ready?
Yes.
Now, first thing you're going to do, you're going to do pure release, and you're going to let me ask you, can you see a light panel? Very, very important.
Okay.
Now you got 2 of them. Look, calm down. Right, are you ready?
Yes.
Journey now starts. Look, do you see this light panel at the base? See this low one
Yes.
here? Okay, now this is nature telling you she's on the change. So instead of cutting from the base up, you're going to cut from the round down.
Okay.
So this is called glide and slide. You go under the light panel. You sit the comb at a 45 on top. This is a shock absorber. Push down, the fabric will jump up, equivalent to 7 sections the other way. Now watch. Come down to 45, you're now to 90. Look at the left hand. Glide the left hand over the top of the paintbrush. Come down and fold to a 45 in. Now watch. Go inside the fabric and piano bend. And cut.
That's
Crazy, yeah.
Yeah.
This is the 30s and 40s, how they cut beautiful bulbs. Today you do this. And I'm responsible for it because you came to the academy, so you'd use the nail clippers. And this is what a lot of hairdressers that are usually in the cities that are real cool, you know, they do all this, they do a lot. And it doesn't matter, here's my thing, I found far better hairdressers in suburbs and farming communities than in a frickin' city. And I've been in cities all my life. Most of them couldn't survive out here. They just hit one client once and that's it, because they're in a city where people come to vacation.
right.
So this is how you do it. You take it, comb down, and you take here, then you do this, right?
Yeah.
So here you've gone exterior in. That's on the right side. That's why I asked if you're a right or left hand cutter. Exterior in. When you come to this side, you're interior out.
Oh. Okay.
2 different techniques. They will never balance because you approach them on different fabric runs.
Okay.
So that's why you Americans impress all of us Europeans by saying asymmetric. When we came here, we found out it were shitty bulbs. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to break that mode now, and now you and I are going to start cutting. So look, fold the fabric. You've got to do a 45, a 90, and a 45. That's a 180-degree radial bend. So what am I looking for?
A light.
Good girl. Bring the light panel up. There's your base light panel. See it? There. Now look, come in, glide below the light panel. Look.
Okay.
Look at the over direction on the front. Then sit on top. Now, what does this finger do? Remember? Push down. Push
And it
down.
lifts it up, okay.
Exactly. Then it lifts it up. Good girl. Come through a 90. Now glide the thumb, the controlling thumb angle to the top of the comb.
Okay.
Come down to a 45 in. Go inside. Good girl. And piano bend. Look, piano bend. While nature is bent, remove the entire section. All in one. Wait a minute. And you will cut. That's how they did it.
Yeah.
So your sway is tilted and dropped. But look at your base. Now let's use that mirror. Look in that mirror. Look.
I know.
For us guys that have been doing this a long time, we wish we were you right now. Yeah, yeah. Now when you come there, so basically this is a sway that will tuck and touch the other side. But this is how you do it. Then turn. Now I'm going to go a little faster now because I've got so much I want to show you. But then there's an aroma in the air that draws me. And it's Starbucks. It never work here. So, watch very gently. Fold down. Now as you go down, take the front of the sway. You guys move accordingly. It's up to you what you see or don't see. It's called gain or null. Take the sway and put it back. So what you're looking at, darling, is a chisel bulb. So that's what it looks. See it right there? So what I've done is I've gauged it around about the back of the jaw. So when I come this side, I've got a reference.
Okay.
So you don't need a visual because you're an artist, not a conveyor belt. What you're looking for is what you do there, reenact it there. And what you've actually done is you've cut symmetry for your profile.
Okay.
So now I'm an artist that cuts for you only. Next client will be totally different. So you see now you're out of the box into an artist just by chisel basing a haircut. Now you come this side, really, really important part. You're going to now become an architect. This, when you beam this line out because you go interior out, is where she'll shrink, right at the ear. Turn around and look at the head. Know that one, guys? The little tuck?
Oh, yeah.
Because you come around and you drop. There's a little hole there. And then you make up these wonderful stories. I've heard a few. Look at the size of your ears. Your head is deformed. And I'm like going, just do a freaking haircut. Here's how you work it. Now remember, horizontal is heavy. It drops heavy. Diagonal will shrink at its highest point.
Okay.
So when you do a diagonal section for your bob, she will shrink right there. That's why it does that. So what you're going to do, look, glide down. Go horizontal the width of the ear. Right in front, drop into a severe diagonal.
Okay.
It's giving you a headache, isn't it? I know. You'll get it. Now watch. 45 down. Remember this one? Push up. Come down through a 45, 90 to a 45 in. Now look, go inside the separation of the fabric and very gently piano bend
Okay.
and cut. Now I'm going to push all of your emotional envelopes right now. And I haven't done this with anyone in any of the salons, downtown or otherwise. You're the first. Because you know why?
You can do it.
Guarantee you could do it. What took me a lifetime, I bet you could do it in around a minute. But you're going to teach me.
No.
Yes, you are. I am new to this. I've seen it in all the mags and all that. And I think it's cool, but I really don't get it.
Okay.
So, what is the first thing that I taught you to look for in head symmetry?
The light, right?
Good girl.
Okay.
Above it, on it, or below it?
On it. Right underneath it.
Right underneath it. So as you come down, now, what are you going to do here that you've never done before?
Go the width of the ear, then
Good
diagonal.
girl. Perfect. Good girl.
Good job, Jeannie.
Awesome. You can do this. All right? Why are you doing a horizontal? Everybody at school teaches me to go diagonal. What do you get here if you went diagonal?
Okay.
Good girl. Now, go horizontal the width of the ear.
Can I ask one question? I don't know, you go back.
Good girl. All right, now wait. Look at the width of the ear. And you've gone past. It's okay. Here's what I want you to do. Here's what I truly want you to do. And this will never happen again. So what is going to happen, here's what I want you to do. Lose that I can't do it mentality. Can you do that? Just do that with me for a minute. And say that you can do something no one else in this part of the country can do what you're about to do. That's where I'm going to put you.
Okay.
You either blow it, or you stop like going and start being a pro. Right now, you're being paid to be an amazing artist. So show me what you can do. And lose the giggly stuff and all that. I can't pay you. If you start giggling, then I'm thinking that's insecurity and you can't do your job. Are you cool with me?
Yes.
Good. It's because I love you I'm doing this. Now, light panel, go below the light panel. Horizontal the width of the ear. Right in front of the ear, drop diagonal. Good girl. Good girl. You're doing fantastic. With your left hand, take the fabric with your left finger, wait, and slowly pull that back for a moment. While it's in its journey back, now place the comb in at a 45 on top of the blade. You're really doing good, baby. Now, start to come down and turn the comb as you come down. Come on, baby, you can do this. Fold into the jaw. Are you cool with that?
Yeah.
Now, slowly remove the blade, not the comb. Good girl. Brilliant. Now go inside on the top of the comb and slowly bend how much bend you want the bob to have. Find a medium hair, bend it a little more.
Okay.
Coarse hair, kick it back a bit because it'll already fold in. So
Okay.
show me where you did that. Gentle piano bend. Good girl. You are doing so amazing. And if you laugh at me, you're in trouble.
No, I got
Good girl. Beautiful. Make sure you tilt to a 45.
Okay.
Now the blade has got thumb action. You can't compress two blades at the same time. So your thumb is the only thing that's in motion with the blade. That means you will cut a 45 slice all the way through the fabric.
Okay.
It will fold under like a dream.
Okay.
Now how secure do you feel right now? But just good. Good girl. Wonderful. Now, when you turn it in, like so, now go back in so that you get all the fabric.
Okay.
Try her again. What you're doing to the people around you is unimaginable education. I know how to do this. And you are doing amazing. Let me be your assistant. Now do it again. See the design. Good girl. Good girl. 45 on top. Now remember that finger, press down on the back of the comb, press on the top of the comb there, with that good girl. Slowly come down and then gently turn in to the base of the jaw at a 45. Excellent. Now slowly remove the blade, not the comb. Don't do that, don't do that. That's for kids at supercuts or that other crap things out there. You're a pro. Now
Okay.
go inside and bend with the tip of the blade along the back of the comb on how much of a bend you want to get in the fabric. Awesome. I mean, really good.
Thank you.
Now, is your comb at a 45 and do you feel you've bent the fabric enough to kick it in?
No.
All right. Then bend it with the piano a little harder. Good girl. Now you're a fabric folder. You ain't a hairdresser. Now you can look how beautiful that line runs. You couldn't do that with two fingers if you spent a week trying to cut one side.
Right.
That's how advanced you've just become. Now, do you think you could cut that?
Yeah.
Atta girl. So keeping the comb there, go under the comb. Bring the blade out and go under the comb. Starting from the back, it's a 7+ blade. 2 or 3 cuts it should be done, not cuts. That's open for error. So cut underneath, relax, keep it there, don't move the comb, keep cutting. Good girl, all the way through. Excellent. Now you tell me if you want to remove the comb. You don't need to look.
Yeah.
You cool?
Yeah.
Let me take the comb. Move out of the way. With the pure release, make sure it is so superior to anything in the market because of its advanced technology, and also throughout the line it has a flex shield ability, means it coats the hair without weighing it down or harming anything, and it protects it against heat thermal up to 450 degrees. So you're not going to hurt the fabric, but you need to control it a little more. So this is where, put this in your hand, this is called heat proof. Now, the heat proof is a fantastic blow drying lotion that really has a medium to good hold. But what I'm going to do is I use this for more fabric control. So I want to control the fabric a bit more. So I put in. Now here's the thing. I wouldn't suggest you do this with products that don't have the technological ability that he's created with ColorProof, because it will build up by now. This morning I put 9 products in the hair and I'm still cutting. It's weightless. Now here, pull this one in. Now very gently, watch. Draw this in together. But here's what I want you to do, darling, is stand, and this is called a Jackie, it's a pompadour bob. In New York right now, every other woman's wearing chisel top blazers, pencil skirts, 60 stiletto shoes, and pompadours. Europe is flooded with it. The thing is, not many people can cut pompadours. So today you're going to be able to cut them. But you need to paste the foundation in first. Watch. Underneath, draw up. Turn it in. Sit comfortably where you're at. Let me get that base a little more. But don't worry about the nape, darling. The nape is your signature to a haircut. Cross right in. Now, while you're there, just let it sit. Don't force it. Now, here's the difference between building a huge clientele of very cool people or just stay what you're doing. I wouldn't stay what you're doing. Clients are more bored than you are. Now, take the top, blade at the base, lift up to the hairline, fractionally out. Do you see that? Then when you've got it there, remove all the way down. Now, serration, break serration all the way through. The nape I will show you in a moment. This is the actual foundation of the frame is going in. Now, while she's there, then break it. Now, you see my points here?
Yes.
They're reference points that they will lock like this, so they will create fabric that actually moves in all balances of symmetry throughout the back of the head. You need to break the top of them. So as you break them, look, just hit them. Bring it out, hit them. Let it sit. Now the mind-blowing thing is, what you've just done is this. And it is, there it goes, I thought it'd go in. In it goes. And you've cut an inverted arc into the back of the head. All you're concentrating on right now, don't touch these sides, is this area there. Are you cool with that?
Okay.
Just this. Don't touch that and don't touch that. These are the pendulums that will go on the move. Just very gently work on the center 2 panels of the octagon. Now while you're there, look, take the base of the comb, come up underneath, and look to the frame. There it is, push in. Then very gently break that line out for the time being. Just pull it out and let it sit. There it goes. Don't touch those sides. Although you want to jump right into them, don't. That's not ready yet. Put this one in and let it sit. This was how they cut them, as I said, in the late 30s, early mid-40s, with Mason Pearson brushes and a strop razor. Do you know what a Mason Pearson brush is?
No.
Okay. Do you know what a strop razor is? Okay. I got my work cut out with you, young lady. Now, look in the mirror. So your stack goes in. There's your stack. Look, stack, reference point. Don't touch this yet. This is pendulums that are trying to lock together. This is trying to push forward. What does short hair do to long? Push. You need to push from where the weight of the fabric is to the front. So here's what you do. Very gently, glide this forward. You won't need to be... So can you all see there? What I need you all to be looking at is this. Can you all see this? Everybody? All right. Is anyone there? Do we all need to go to Starbucks?
We're mesmerized.
Now when you're here, look. Push this forward. Take the two combs. Fold under and down. See where we are here? Guideline, guideline. Move over like... Now, don't cut a straight line. Please don't do that. That is so out of date. Slowly, very slowly, bring the combs in. Don't touch underneath. It's not important yet. Leave that. And she'll get there. You can feel with the back of your hand. The mechanism locks. You'll create the most spectacular sways. You did do an awful good job here, darling. Come underneath. Turn it back and hit it again. Just there. Let her sit. Inconsistency in a frame is a sway. A straight line is 101 idiot haircuts. Don't do those. Make it look like it's something out of the 30s. Look, just calm her down. You've got a good eye for symmetry and balance, young lady. I'm glad you chose the business and didn't sit in the cubicle looking at a screen waiting for 5 o'clock. Look in the mirror at what you've done. Oh, and it comes, look. Look in the mirror. This is an arc sway, you see it?
Yeah.
So you've punched a stack that runs in. So this is what you cut. But look, do you see this? This is the new cuts. So this one actually goes like that. Look, like a romantic. Look how beautiful that is. Look, in and back. This is like a Fay Ray bob. And these are names you need to know. And if I call in a week and you don't know them, I'm going to drive back up here and give you a good spanking. Right, so moving on. Now, when you come in, look. So if you and I look in the mirror, which they all should be doing, not the mannequin, what you're cutting in, do you see how you've got a semi-arc that runs from the center nape to the front? Yeah. That's an arc, that's a sway. But also, do you see this line here? Look, this running straight down. This is what you cut. This set here is what ignited me to cut there.
Okay.
But the arc that sits up underneath makes it more that it's artistry instead of a box spot. But look in the mirror, you sort of semi-wave appearing. Look, you can't see it? So that will come in. Can you see my guidelines as I do that? Look over my right shoulder. See them?
Yes.
Right. Look, sit on top. On top, right there. Then come from the back. Look, you see where I've got the journey to?
Yes.
So look, very gently. Thumb is the only operating blade. Slowly agitate it and go right to that line. Mess with it. Up. Just mess with it as you come down. Again, don't touch underneath. Now, look back in the mirror. It locked. It just locked. You can feel the lock. And when you do it, your cuts are unbelievable. So you work it in. You were dead on. Now watch. Look in the mirror. Everybody look at the mirror. Now, on this one, very carefully, watch the line come in. You ready? Here it comes. Here's one thing you and I don't have the ability to do, is let nature change a light panel. She'll do it. You have no control over it. So if this light, can you see, look at the light panel. It's a beam that arcs from the center to the front. If it wasn't there, you would not see it. You can't make light panels. They're there through here and nature. So this is what she's looking for, is an arc beam that sits like that. Now, when you're there, let it run up, and you can start defining then where your line will sit, and then you're going to do something that is truly mind-blowing. You're going to break the front in waterfall bangs, and you're going to do a 1930 skiff bob. All right, here we go. Now, this medium hold I use for compression back. Now, Plush Locks is the ultimate smoothing system without chemical or no hold. But the beauty of it is that it actually shuts that cuticle down unimaginably. It just shuts it down because now you're going to use a razor. And with a razor, you don't need any agitation to the fabric or she'll split back on you. These guys will tell you, we've always been told, don't use a razor on dry hair.
Yeah.
In actual fact, where you could use sliding with blades, don't use a razor. I have many razors and I love them. Look, do you remember the sway that we folded back?
Yeah.
Now take it. You guys move. I can hit this once. If you don't see it, someone does it, you lost a client. Look, pat this in all the way down. Control the fabric. Plus this smell. What do you smell now? Who?
Taro? Almond to me, you know, it's like, I don't know.
It's nice, whatever it is. So
So what is it?
this one,
Okay,
was it cupcake? Oh, your stuff smells like a cupcake. It's
Madagascar.
Madagascar vanilla. Now watch. Look, take this. And careful, you're just touching the sway. Lift the sway out. Drop it into the comb. Push her down. The thumb goes under the front, razor at the back. Are you watching me? Take this like it's a paintbrush. Now if you notice, underneath my thumb is on the eyebrow. Now I'm going to run along the eyebrow. When I run out, I'm going to start to cut a C-section in. Okay, ready? Watch. Now come here. Now I can feel it. There it goes. Watch this. This one is mind-blowing. Now here's the thing. She doesn't want layers, and she doesn't want bangs. The cut is inside. Mind-blowing, huh? That was from a strip I saw in 1939 to 44. How they cut hair to stay back. I can't, if you use a strop razor, you know one that you got the leather, and you do this one, it's the bone one, you have no guard, so there's no gap between the blade and what you're doing. That one, there's a minute amount. So with the gauge, which is protecting it, I push that into the hair. So that's how deep the layer
goes.
Exactly. So when the layers are in, push the layers in. Don't stay on the surface, because then you're going to cut Rod Stewart all over the front. So push in. The more that I bring this to me, the deeper I'm going to cut those layers. But there's no pressure. The pressure is literally, if that was controlling it, my pressure is literally that. It's next to nothing. All I want the guard to do is push it away from the top layer, but not come into the bottom. So they call it waterfall bangs. So what it actually did, it runs down like that. Remember, like you said, corner of the eye, what was the first thing I did when I touched the corner? Did I continue doing that? No. Instantly. Fold the curve in. So I instantly do this. So what you've actually cut is a C-section through the hair like this. But because it's inside, you see no channeling, no nothing. Now that's a machine mannequin. It's machined to do one thing, straight down. You can't do that with mannequins. Unless you set it, finger wave it, take it out and it's done. What you want to do is, this must be treated like silk. You must treat this like it's a really very fine quality silk. And if you do that, it'll work.